Yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo.
What's
Yo,
good?
dude.
What's good? Dude, I almost had that transition almost flawless, except sometimes my Stream Deck buttons just don't work anymore, and I have to redo them all the time.
Oh, that is very cool.
Kind of annoying. Yeah, but it's a cool part of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's
What's
part
up,
of the
guys?
experience.
Great feature.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going?
Yo, what's
It's
up?
going great. Steven, what's on your arm?
Get a new tattoo?
Let's see what you're working with.
elbow surgery, baby.
No.
Folks at home. Don't recommend it. Actually, I do recommend it. If you need it, sheesh, dude.
They helped you out.
The pain, guys. Nerve pain
Yes.
sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, my arm is being eaten by ants and stabbed and about to pop
Yikes.
for a long time. So I'm happy where I am now. Joshua Weilen
Does anybody know this guy?
Arc.
8074. Yeah, and that's not going to work out for me, but you're going to have to be there a whole time, but sorry about that. Josh, you just have to be here long enough to tell us a detailed everything you did at Gen Con. You were at Gen Con, right? You don't have to answer. I know your spirit is with us answering.
Gen Con came
Here.
with like a waterboarding experience this year.
That's pretty
What does that mean?
Oh,
I'm,
you guys never you didn't see any of the videos? It was like raining inside the convention hall.
What?
Oh.
I heard there was like tornado warnings and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Nice. He did meetings. Ugh.
Yo.
Meetings.
Ready. Ooh. Noise. Well, welcome everyone. Happy Moviga Monday. We're freaking back, baby.
You're back.
You're back, baby.
Austin's been here.
Yeah, he been here. I feel like I was on a couple weeks ago, but we just did Mecha Chameleon.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Waterboarding was free? Holy cow, dude. Well, you had to pay for the ticket to get in, but other than that, then yeah.
Oh, Steven, while you had us muted, I purchased the Cyberpunk DLC.
Yeah, baby. Which reminds me. Yeah.
Dude's not even gonna make a mask for a talk nerdy to me. Look at that tummy.
It's nice.
Yo, why is my Baldur's Gate updating?
I can't lift my arm.
Oh,
Holy cow, Steven, that is incredible.
Way too expensive. It looks metal. It's not. But,
Arden has something to say.
Oh, tell us.
6, 7.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That guy. Oh, you drinking some Kool-Aid, Austin?
We got it, chat.
It's Hawaiian Punch.
Oh.
Just kidding. I would never be caught dead drinking Hawaiian Punch. It's
Oh man, I
definitely
used to
cool.
drink that all the time. When I was in high school, I was like, "Soda's bad for you. Let me drink juice," and I would get Hawaiian Punch. Freaking idiot.
Smart man.
Smart. Yeah, I got some birthday money. And I was like, do I want to buy a bunch of little things, or
one big thing.
I buy a bunch of little things. I buy one little thing here and there, but I never buy one big thing. So what if I bought one big thing? And this has been on my list for forever. And Amazon gets you with the like, only 5 in stock left. And then like a day later, it's like endless supply. So I was like, oh man, what should I do it? And it's plastic. It's flimsy. It's only good for wall decor, that's for sure. Which is all I'm using it for, so we're good. But it ain't no legacy lightsaber or anything.
It doesn't look like plastic, at least not on video.
Yeah, not cherry
Sounds pretty
bound.
dope.
Not cherry bound. Justin, the DLC is spectacular. Give me 15 more of them. It feels freaking 007. And I mean, the story's good. The story's good, and it's, I don't know, maybe better
was
than the
just
main
telling
story. I
Austin-
don't know.
I haven't played the game since October of 2022.
Dang, dude. I tell you what, dude, I got lost in that game. So freaking good.
Such a great feeling.
Tell you what, great and also depressing. 'Cause it's a depressing world.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I guess that's
Yeah.
it.
good point. Good point.
Should we party?
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
I like that. Personally. All right. Audacity.
All the city.
Audacity. I am recording.
I am recording.
I am also.
Oh no, I'm not supposed to clap. I'm gonna snap. Ready?
Okay.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Hurry. Oh my god, what are we talking about again? Oh, who knows, dude. You guys want to do Spider-Man's the main thing, but a little bit of Odyssey and top 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably dip for some of the Odyssey.
Or yeah, spoilers. Spoilers.
Bowlers.
For the 4,000-year-old story. Okay, y'all ready?
Yep. Good to go.
Here we go. Welcome to the Moviga podcast, where we are talking all things movies, video games, and more. My name is Steven, joined today by Austin
Greetings.
and Justin.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Steven, welcome back to the podcast.
Sheesh, many years ago.
Sorry they had to amputate your arm.
You know what?
Oh, man.
Wasn't using it.
You look
Wasn't using
lighter.
it. Thank you. That was the goal.
Yeah.
And it's your left arm too, right?
It is.
You don't even need it.
It's true.
Yeah. Be gone with
Um,
it.
For those of you listening or not knowing what they're talking about, just had a little bit of surgery on my left elbow, but we're rolling. And I don't want you guys to worry about me. Stop worrying about me, guys. Okay? Stop crying. Guys, stop crying.
I'm wiping my tears.
Yeah, he is, dude. Yeah, but we back. And we got a wild show for you tonight. Holy cow, dude. I don't even know if I could take it. Justin's already said he's gonna have to like take a little break because of how wild it's gonna be, and just in the top 3 section.
It's gonna be crazy.
Definitely a crazy time. But we're glad you're all here with us. Don't forget, check us out at movigapodcast.com. All the links you'll ever need in life are there. Discord, Twitch, YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube if you're not already. We're streaming our weekly podcast every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, except when we don't, but usually every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'd love for you to join us live at YouTube or wherever you listen. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all them places. Audio goes live every Friday. We appreciate you. Shout out. Crazy show tonight. Spider-Man has had his brand new day. That is brand spanking new, dude. And boy, is it. And we're going to talk
That
about
New
it.
Day smell.
And a sheesh, dude.
Nice.
But before we get to that, it's top 3 time. It's more like top 50 for me personally. But
You've been gone a while.
I have.
Been busy.
I have. While I collect my thoughts on that and not pay attention to whoever's talking, who wants to go first?
I would love to go first.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this week. Obviously, there's more than 2 of us on, and we're talking about something that just happened. So finally, the podcast is very topical.
We're relevant again, guys.
Yep. So get those clips ready to clip. But yeah, I've been a little bit busy as well. If you were listening last week, you would know that I started Halo Campaign Evolved, which is the full ground-up Unreal Engine 5 remake of the original Halo campaign. This is now from former 343 Studios, now Halo Studios is what they're called, which that encourages me a lot because I love that Halo is now a main focus again. Not that it probably wasn't for 343 before, but now it just feels more official, if that makes sense. And it's just been a lot of fun. There's a lot of, obviously the graphics are amazing. It looks very new, very modern. It also feels modern. There's now like the ability to aim down sights and sprint, things like that just feel like any shooter that would come out today, but it still has the amazing art style and colors and the redone cutscenes with original voice acting intact, and it's just been really fun to play through that classic Combat Evolved campaign again.
There was Combat. They released a remaster. I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah. So
Combat
on the
Anniversary
Master
or
Chief
something?
Collection. Yeah, which is now a part of the Master Chief Collection. The Halo Anniversary Edition lets you swap between the original graphics and the new graphics, like with a single button press, like on the fly. And that's also like still a great way to experience the original Halo campaign if you haven't for whatever reason. But yeah, this one is a full ground up remake on Unreal Engine 5, and it does show in like occasionally there's like some Unreal Engine visual bugs, like some graininess, some hitching here and there. But overall, I would say they did a really good job with the visuals in this game. Some people might not agree. Like there's some artistic changes that they made to certain things, but I think for the most part, it's very faithful to the original game, and it's a lot of fun. There's also like ways to change it back to the original like control scheme where there's no sprinting, no aiming down sights unless it's with the pistol or the sniper, things like that. And you can also play it in third person. I think for the first time, you can play a Halo campaign in third person.
What?
In a
I did not
mainline
know
entry. And then it also has 4-player co-op for the entire campaign. It's only couch co-op if you're on console. PC doesn't have that, but otherwise you can play the entire campaign with 3 of your friends, your best friends.
I've been meaning to
Which is
ask
pretty
that
cool.
actually, like because before it was only 2 players, right?
I think it was only 2, but yeah, you launch the game and you go into like the campaign menu, and you can see like how it looks in Halo Infinite, where you can add players to your party up there in the right corner. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot they even said that was a thing. So I double checked and made sure, and yeah, you can play through the entire campaign co-op, which is pretty sweet.
Sick.
But yeah, I've been enjoying that. I have also been reading something this week. I finished oh my gosh, what was the last book I was just reading? Roadside Picnic. I finished, which is the
Grey.
yeah, 50 Shades Freed. Finished the trilogy out. So I read a Roadside Picnic, which is the like basis of the adaptation of like the Stalker video games, like the Heart of Chernobyl type of thing. And I started a new book not a new book, a very old book from 1984 called Neuromancer, which is actually the one of the original cyberpunk novels. It's not like it doesn't exist like in the quote unquote cyberpunk universe, but it is like a precursor to that and one of the like pioneering novels of cyberpunk as like a subgenre of sci-fi. And it has a lot of elements that if you start doing some comparisons to like The Matrix or Cyberpunk 2077 or Blade Runner, you start to see the influences very clearly. And it's very cool. Like a lot of this stuff is the terms that they use, like cyberspace and things like that, are like originated from this novel. It feels like reading a piece of sci-fi history. It's very, very cool. Yeah, it's pretty dope stuff. One of the reasons I got into this one is because Brooks has been recommending it to me for a while. And number two, they just showed a trailer for a Neuromancer like mini series coming to Apple TV Plus. I think this year or next year. So it'll be a 10-episode mini series based on the novel Neuromancer, which was written in 1984. And it looks really cool. It looks really, really good. So that made me excited. So I started the book, and hopefully I'll have that finished by the time the show comes out.
Dang, see,
Apple TV,
Apple TV's getting them,
stuff.
dude. I'm opposite.
Yeah.
I know this is going to make everyone on earth angry, but I love experiencing movies and shows.
Yeah.
Without any kind of potential spoiler. So, like, and I don't like reading anyway, but I have been, don't tell Brian, I have been tempted to, like, do the Brian Sanderson, some audiobooks, but I'm like, no, I want to wait till I can watch it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's all the
Experience it with all
Mistborn
my
and
senses.
Stormlight Archives and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I've
Yeah, I
been
hear
considering Dungeon Crawler Carl, though.
Oh,
To be honest
yeah.
with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I bought Brianna that hardback novel for her birthday or something this year, but I heard the audiobook is the best way
I
to
think-
experience it.
I actually think there is I think it's only like 5 chapters, but there's like a sample on Spotify of the audiobook.
Oh, nice. Very cool. I will probably check that out because it feels like something I would be very interested in.
Yeah.
And then, to round out my top 3, we got to go on Friday night to go to the theater to go see Spider-Man Brand New Day. And of course, it was a packed out theater. We were not sure if we were going to be able to go on opening night. We've been super busy with a lot of stuff and getting the kids ready for school. Like they start school this week, and like, we just
This
of course had to do everything. Yeah, or this. Yeah. They will start this week.
Gross.
Yeah, Caden had his orientation this morning, actually. So last minute on Friday, we decided to go see Spider-Man in the theater because we had some time in the afternoon where we didn't have anything going on and weren't sure like when we were going to be able to fit it in during the rest of the weekend. So yeah, we went Friday night, got some dinner at Seamus's, the new Irish pub there in the old Scummerville, and then went to the theater and saw Spider-Man, and it was a packed out theater. They had Spider-Man in the lobby, and you could take pictures with him for free. Got a little web on me. I'm still kind of getting that out of my hair and whatnot.
Oh, no, dude.
And then there was another guy in our theater sitting right in front of us that had the Andrew Garfield mask and gloves on.
Wore the mask the whole movie.
He did wear it for a lot longer than I was expecting.
Dang, boy.
But the mask was like pretty high quality, so he was actually able to pop the eyes off.
Oh.
So
Committed.
yeah. So he did that at first. I think he ended up taking it off at some point. But anyways, had an amazing time in the theater, seeing a brand new Spider-Man movie. The first like MCU movie that's been really exciting for me
Same.
to see. I'll say that much.
I don't even
but
remember
yeah.
the last one.
Yeah,
I don't
I
even
don't
know.
know, but I'll say on this one that the trailers, if you have any hesitations about the trailers, I would say just forget them and go see this movie in the theater. It is so much fun. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, we just had a great time, and I know we're going to talk about it a little bit later, so I'll go ahead and pass my popcorn over to Justin.
All right. So for me personally, playing nothing. I've been in somewhat of a gaming funk since I finished Divinity Original Sin 2. Really the only thing I've been playing, which is kind of like my brain rot game, is College Football 27.
Oh.
Wait, what is it? Wait, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
College Football 27. I can just sit and play it
nice.
like it's easy to sit down and do anyway. But there just hasn't really been anything else that has like caught my eye. Like I'd really like to play Black Flag, but I don't want to pay $60 for it.
Understood.
Same.
So playing is empty this week. Watching though, I watched Obsession, which
Yes, finally.
was amazing.
Yeah, dude.
I was actually texting Austin and Josh as I was watching it. And there was one part in that movie that got me with a jump scare for the first time in, like, I don't know how long it's been since I've actually been jump scared by a movie. But
extremely
Obsession.
effective one in that.
Oh yeah, Obsession did it.
Tanner got jump
such
scared
a
in a
good
trailer when we went to see Odyssey. For the other mommy or something like that. Is that what it's called? The
Other mommy.
Yeah.
He straight up screamed. I was like, bro. Somebody else
What
was
did-
Was it where she's under the table?
That's the spot.
What did you think of that trailer, Steven? I gotta know.
I hate scary stuff, so I was just like, yeah.
A lot of people on Twitter were very upset that they showed a trailer for a freaky horror movie before the Odyssey. And I get it, like
it's rated
they're both
R, so all things are
rated. Yeah,
you know.
so I guess that's the justification. But
That's
Yeah, it was
actually
pretty awesome trailer.
I've had to that point, I actually heard that same feedback from. So we have a family. It's actually the family that I went to see Spider-Man with, but they took the mom took her rising 8th grader to see the Odyssey. And she had the same, like, her complaint was there was nothing she complained about in the movie, but it is like his first rated R movie, and the only like hesitation she gave was the trailers, which I thought was so funny because I've never experienced that. But yeah, so I watched Obsession, followed up by Hokum.
Oh yes, dude.
Pokem?
Again, I just really need. I haven't seen the Backrooms yet. I just really need 2026 to keep it up.
Yeah.
Like, this is by far like the best year of horror in a long time. So Hokum is so good.
Yeah. I think you will love Backrooms, honestly. It is extremely well made. It has elements of your favorite subgenre of horror mixed into it.
But Austin, that makes me nervous because you were afraid I wouldn't like Obsession.
I was. I feel like with Backrooms, it's nothing about it is really as subtle as like some people might lead you to believe. So it's just like it's pretty easy to digest everything. Some of it is very like shocking and bizarre, and the whole plot of it like doesn't make a whole lot of sense to exist in real life. But it's like we saw Obsession and Backrooms in the same week, like days apart from each other. And it was almost like Obsession was, one course of the meal, and then Backrooms was a completely different flavor palette of the same meal. It just
Love it.
yeah, it's so good. I think you will really love it. It's awesome.
I will say, which I know this was Austin's fear in me seeing Obsession, was the hype around it. And
Yeah.
Obsession is probably the first movie in a long time that I felt like totally lived up to the hype. Like,
dude, yes.
in
makes
my
me very happy.
opinion, Obsession is not overhyped at all, for people who enjoy horror. And then finally, which I won't spend much time on it because we're going to talk about it, I went to see Spider-Man Saturday night. I went in completely blind. Never saw a trailer. The only like borderline
Spoilers.
spoiler.
Spoilers.
The only thing that I knew was that Sadie Sink was in it. Beyond that, like, I knew nothing else. There was no. So it was kind of cool because it's been a long time since I've experienced a movie like that. Like I hadn't seen a trailer. I had largely avoided spoilers. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad that wasn't spoiled for you
Yeah.
or any of
So,
it.
What about you, Steven?
Me personally, watching. I'll say playing first. Also, kind of in a playing funk. I've bought too many new games and not felt like finishing them lately. And I guess really only I haven't finished Replaced, and I need to. It's not like that was like a $20 game. I think I got it on sale. I don't know. I'm just in a
On
funk.
Game Pass.
Hello. Yeah, but
That's
I own it. I own the digital copy. I don't know. Sometimes even if the game's amazing, I'm just like not feeling it.
Yeah.
So I need to finish.
That's how I am with Batman. Lego
Yeah.
Batman. I think it's amazing, but it just hasn't gripped me.
Yeah. So I didn't finish that. I didn't finish Crimson Desert, which I think I'm going to get back into. But so what I have been playing is Lego Batman, which $70. Of course, like a few days later, it went on sale on Steam. Freaking kill me. But I mean, unalive me. But I bought it on PlayStation because I'm like,
Good save.
thank you. Console game, play with my kid. And dang, dude, I have such a love-hate relationship with Lego games. Like, there's so many of them that I really like. It's like I like the idea of them, but then when I actually play them, I'm like, this actually isn't all that fun. I loved Lego Star Wars. I mean, Lego Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings. I mean, before they even had licensed freaking Lego Island, Lego Rock Diggers, or whatever when I was a kid. The new Lego Star Wars was one. Like, I haven't bought a new one in a long time. Lego Star Wars came out. I was so hyped for it. And it's like when you play a game from when you were a kid, when you're older, you're like, oh, this kind of isn't quite what I remember. That's kind of what Lego Star Wars was to me. Even though it was new and it was like all this stuff, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, they're still for kids. So with each new Lego game,
Yeah.
they say like it's a whole new like level now. It's a lot more, grown up and stuff like that. But it's always just like 1% more grown up. And I will say for sure, Lego Batman is the biggest departure from the typical Lego type game. It's Arkham style combat, which is cool.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that they like borrow from Arkham and stuff like that. It's like Arkham Light, and that sounds cool, but it's just like not quite there to actually be super fun. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go into a part where there's a bunch of bad guys, In Arkham, I'm like trying to, even in Spider-Man, I'm like, let me see how I can sneak and like pick them off one by one. And in this game, it's like, you can do that, but it's just not the same. I mean, it's still like built for kids. Even the combat is cool and it does like feel good. It's a lot punchier. It feels like Arkham, but it's just like super easy. And there is like I think I'm on hard mode. I think there is like a Dark Knight heroic mode or whatever. I probably need to switch to that. But I think, I was playing it at first, and like the opening is very inspired by the Dark Knight, and it's a little more linear, like when we see him as a kid up to like Batman level. And it was cool. It was different how they, opened up the game. And I like how I just finished chapter 2 last night, actually, which I think I assume they're going chapter by chapter with like the chapter 1's like the beginnings, a little bit of the Batman inspiration. Chapter 2 is like Batman, Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton. And then I finished that chapter, and like the music shifts to Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher music, and so it's like they're going by chapter, being inspired by different iterations of Batman, which is cool. But yeah, you kind of I get excited about like exploration and how alive does Gotham feel and stuff like that. And once you kind of get through the intro, it basically opens up. I think like maybe some of the islands aren't unlocked yet, or maybe you just have to go to them to unlock them. I can't remember. But yeah, it's just kind of like the Lego worlds, even though they can be big, it's just kind of not a ton to do. I mean, there's Riddler trophies, which, dude, some of them make no sense to me. I cannot figure it out. I was like working on one for forever the other day. I was like, dude, I can't leave. I got to figure this out. And then I caved and Googled something, and it was like, needed characters, this and this and this. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even have them unlocked yet. I'm sitting here thinking there has to be a way to finish this, unless I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, and I think I texted you guys like I found a gas station or a little cafe, a diner you could go into, and I was like, cool, enterable buildings, more immersive. I love it. And I go in, and the little Lego people are doing their thing, and I just break everything in the diner.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's a completely empty, and all the Lego figures are just doing the exact same thing they were doing before. And I'm just like, it breaks the immersion a little bit, when you can go in and destroy an entire place and nobody does anything. So, obviously I'm like, it needs more GTA influence, and that's not gonna happen. It's a kid's game, but
oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I always have high hopes for a Lego game, and then I get it, and I'm like, it's still just a little bit too kiddie, and it's Lego. I get it, whatever. But yeah, it hasn't like super gripped me, like you said, and yeah, I mean, there's unlockables. You can get all the different Batmobiles and stuff like that. But like once you open up the Batcave, it's basically just all there. I mean, you can unlock new areas and stuff, which sounds great on paper, but I don't know, it's already so ginormous, and you already have like all your suits lined up and the Batmobiles and stuff like that. I thought it'd be more fun to like, pimp out the Batcave and open new areas, and I don't know, it's just none of it's just been super great. And the controls are like, they have kids in mind, so in terms of like gliding through Gotham, you can't really like pitch and dive or however you say it. You just like, you have to hold the X button and you start going down, and I don't know. You can also like give yourself a little boost and basically just fly around like Superman. I mean, it's pretty simple. So I don't know, in terms of like satisfaction, it's not great. It's probably like the best Lego game to date, I would say, maybe, in terms of like how big it is, how much there is to do, unlockables, and the most fleshed out Batman Lego game for sure. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved Lego Batman 2, and I would just explore Gotham all the time. But I ain't a kid no more, so I'm looking for a few more things to do. So anyway, here I am, a 33-year-old man complaining about a Lego Batman game, but you know what? It's still fun. I'm sticking to it. But I have had my eye on Crimson Desert a little bit lately to potentially get back into that. Anyway, Lego Batman, Give it a shot. Maybe not $70.
7 out of 10.
I regret.
Too many bats.
Too many bats. Not $70. Holy cow! That was a mistake. I kind of wish I'd got Black Flag, but you know, I'm also like 13-year-old game, $60-$70. I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was very long. I apologize. I've been watching House of the Dragon. There was an episode last night, so I'm not totally caught up, but I'm one episode behind. I up to this season almost couldn't care less about House of the Dragon. I watched both seasons. I was just like, I don't care about any of these guys. Literally, like, you know, Westeros, the world of Game of Thrones is pretty brutal. Like, anyone can die at any moment. And in Game of Thrones and Night of Seven Kingdoms and stuff like that, it's like, I'm like sweating certain characters. I hope they don't die in this one. I'm like, I don't care. Any of them can die. I mean, get unalive at any moment, and it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And season 2 was kind of like universally seen as kind of lesser, kind of mid, especially
a little weaker.
The finale was kind of abruptly ended before anything exciting really happened, and I don't remember if that was like a production issue. I feel like there was something about it where they were like, it was originally intended to have another episode or something like that. But season 3, dude, gotta say, best season yet. I still don't like.
Great to hear.
Yeah, I still don't love any of the characters. Nowhere near like Game of Thrones, dude. By the end of Game of Thrones, like half the characters I loved so much. This one, like, one or two, I'm like, yeah, I like that guy. Other than that, it's like, I don't care, you know. But the story has gotten so interesting that I just got to find out what happens, you know.
I'm very sad I'm not caught up on this, but now that I'm so far behind, I'm thinking about waiting until it's all out and then just binging it if I can.
It's pretty close, right? I think there's 7 episodes out now. There's usually like 8-ish of them, right?
Usually 8, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's great. And
that's great to hear. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, obviously it's super violent. This season, maybe all of House of Dragon, I can't remember. I remember Game of Thrones, that was a thing. People would be like, it's super like adult graphic, you know, and then people would be like, as it gets on, it gets better. House of Dragon, I think at least this season there may have been like a scene or two in the first episode, but other than that, I don't think there's really been anything other than obviously violence. So that's been nice. And like, man, Westeros is no stranger to like violence with kids, and that's so uncomfortable to me. Thankfully, I don't think there's been really any of that this season.
That's good. Yeah, man, season 2 definitely had its moments.
Yeah. Like, oh gosh, dude. And they would linger, dude, and I'm like, oh my gosh, cut.
Yeah.
I felt so dumb. I literally like we were warned about an episode of season 2, and we turned the volume like super low, and I just like squinted because like you got to know what happens, but you don't want to see it, you know. Anyway, season 3 has been so much better. Lots of action, lots of twists and turns. Yeah, I'm eager for you to watch it and let me know what you think.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Okay, I'm almost done. I've watched 2 episodes of Avatar on Netflix. It is not easy to get through, dude. Episode 2 was a chore.
Oh yeah.
Is this the live action season 2 that you're talking about? Okay, gotcha.
I haven't watched the Paramount Plus animated sequel movie yet. I want to, but I ain't got Paramount Plus. But yeah, the live action, I was kind of a defender of season 1. I was like, man, you know, it has some good moments, you know, it's not perfect, whatever, they'll learn their lesson. Man, it's just,
it felt I'm sorry, at the time it felt better than the stuff that was coming out on Disney Plus. Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, maybe Netflix needs to do more of this kind of thing where it's like, it's light-hearted enough, like, you know, it's Star Wars or whatever, and so it's for kids too, which was on Disney Plus, and then Netflix was like doing the Avatar thing. I was like, this is cool because adults liked Avatar growing up, and now like this is still like a kids show thing too. So I really like wanted to love season 1 of the Netflix's Avatar.
Yeah.
But by the time we got through it, I was just like, let's just end this thing. Like, let's just get to it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude. It's just like the dialogue is so cringy, CW, like, and the acting is pretty bad, dude. Like, I'm watching, hate on the actors, whatever. Some of them I really like, personally, as a personal friend, close and
First name basis.
But man, I'm just watching like House of Dragon, and I'm like, dude, this scene is so believable. And then you go watch Avatar, and you're just like, what are you guys even talking about? Why are you talking like this? And it's just very like a snooty teen. Like, I don't even want to. I don't know. I don't even want to pretend to do it. But when they're just guys, it's just so cringy. And it's very unfortunate because like some of the action is pretty cool. Especially the first episode of season 2 had some cool action. But yeah, dude, I want to finish this season, but it's so hard. Yeah. Did you have something to add?
Just watch The Burrows on Netflix instead.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to watch Widow's Bay. I will.
I
will be watching it blind because I'm not going to watch the trailers or anything and get scared.
I will say, The Burrows is probably nowhere near as scary as you think it is if you watched the trailer.
Is that the one that's but from the Duffer Brothers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is, with Alfred
and it got
Molina
canceled,
in the
right?
lead.
Like there's not going to be another season, and it was. I heard it was just okay.
It's Stranger Things in a nursing home.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's nice, dude. And it has a good enough ending to where it's fine as its own season 1. Like,
oh, that's good. I haven't finished it yet.
It has like the potential, obviously, to have a season 2, but I would say I'm okay with it ending. Even though I wish there could be more, I don't think they would have done anything better than season 1 with a second season.
Okay,
so I'm fine with where it ended.
Good to know. Okay, I'm almost done. I promise. I really want to watch King of the Hill. We've only watched one episode, only because like I'm not letting that be a let me watch it before bed show. Like I want to actually focus and enjoy it. But we watched episode 1. Good stuff. I freaking love King of the Hill. Dude, I've been watching a show called Universal Basic, guys. I just like.
I never heard of that.
I think it's on Fox. I just really like animated shows before bed because typically like the plot is shallow. If I get too tired, I just pause it and finish it the next day. Like sometimes I'll take like 5 evenings to get through one episode, and it's like I'm not lost or anything because it's kind of simple, and it's like it's animated. It's not a lot like visually for you to have to focus on when you're getting sleepy. I don't know. I just like it. And
this guy in the show looks like Dave the Diver.
Nice. He do. Yeah, so like caught up on Bob's Burgers, The Great North, which I still don't even think it's that good of a show, but it's in the visual style of Bob's Burgers, so I'm still keeping up with it. And other shows I've tried, I just couldn't get super into, so I was like, let me try this one. And the first like episode or 2, it was kind of like, yeah, it's fun, I'll keep trying. And at this point, like, it's just so funny. The main character is just like a know-it-all, like, how hard can it be kind of guy. And like every episode is him like having a new dumb idea. There was an episode where he got super into bow hunting, and he was hunting deer, and he like ran out of bows. And he like had a grenade or something, and his brother was like, "Is that like humane to use a grenade?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's a lot quicker for him. Plus, they all go to heaven at like the same time. So it's like how it's as humane as you can get." Anyway, it's very funny.
My.
It's very stupid. Like episode 1, like you never know the what the rules of the world are going to be with animated shows because they can get as wacky as you want them to be because they're animated. And his face gets like ripped off in episode 1 and like sewn back together. So I'm like, okay, it's that kind of show.
Oh my!
So, but it's super goofy, and recommend it. Random little animated show on Hulu, but it's good stuff.
Sweet, nice.
And time. My 2 minutes are up.
Beautiful.
Appreciate you guys. Oh, also Spider-Man. We're about to talk about that now. All right, quick break.
Yeah.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back. There is nothing noble about being superior to your fellow man. True nobility comes from being superior to one's former self. Random, Michael, but appreciated. My arm is fine. Way better than it was. It do be tingling right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It do be.
I wish I could find some way to put it for it to not be tingling. Tinkling. And it do be
Angling.
itching. It do be
Do be?
tingling. It do be itching. Mike, you didn't. You didn't see my errata katana earlier, and I don't think I could reach up there
Katana?
again. That's the one. El Rada Alada. Dude, how about this? Talk nerdy to me while Austin goes to poop.
Okay.
Ow! Sheesh. I'm not supposed to.
That's one.
Go ahead.
I've always wanted that one.
Dude, you know what's cool about this one? I probably won't do it, but there's a fan build of this set where you can make Treebeard. And I've got
that's
Merry and
cool.
Pippin from the Shire set. I've been tempted, but oh shoot! Heroes of the Borderlands.
I mainly bought this just because it comes with cards for characters, items, monsters. There's like 273 monster tokens.
Yo. Are you
So-
are you trying to DM one?
I am DMing one.
Ooh.
got- I've got like three kids in our youth group that have asked me to. All three of them have recently watched Stranger Things,
Nice.
so they're super into D&D. They've asked me if I would DM a campaign for them. Only one of them has ever played before, and it was for 45 minutes.
That's the perfect amount of
So-
time. You don't need any more.
So I'm basically treating it as if they have never played before.
Yeah.
Um,
Takes longer to make your
but-
character.
yeah. So I've talked to Mikey about it a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a creative person. I am 100% using Chat GPT.
Hey. Just open up
but-
Dungeon Box on your computer and have it do it.
Yeah. So, but I guess I can talk about it while we're waiting on friggin' Austin. to get here.
Friggin' dude.
But so essentially, it's the way I'm preparing it. It's a 2-shot. So there's a session 0 where everybody will come and create their characters, and then do all of the. So they'll create the characters, and then the 3 of them have come to an inn called the Black Dragon Inn.
Ooh.
They're all responding to the same notice from the notice board in the town. They don't know each other, so they come, and then they come not knowing each other. They all show up, and but sorry, it's so funny, but so they all show up, and the innkeep then leads them to what is essentially, if you think of it in video game terms, it's a tutorial. And so there are 5 different chambers to this quote unquote dungeon, with each one gradually teaching. So the first one literally just teaches them to look around. There's no rolling, there's no anything. It's just look around. And so they gradually learn more through each of those. And then so that's the first session. Once they've completed that, And then the second session is their first like official adventure.
Mm.
And then we'll see if they want to continue from there.
They will. Trust it.
They will.
Trust. You will. That's dope. What's the starter set has like a story kind of a setup?
Well, no, it does. It's got like 3 different adventures in it, but I'm not using any of that. I literally, I say I bought it. The church bought it.
Shout out.
But I literally just
the
bought
church.
it. I literally just bought it to have those tokens, and it's got like it has some. Well, I could just open it and show you.
Please don't.
I'm going to. It's too late.
Please.
It's coming
God.
open. Can't.
Also,
But
side
it
note.
also has these, which I think will just be helpful in character creation.
Ooh. That's
So,
dope.
Can I have that one?
Yeah,
Justin's
you want it?
got a nice thick mustache and a big red hat on right now, guys. Just needs an M on that hat, dude. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout
But
out.
it also has these, so like NPC cards. So I can just like
Ooh.
incorporate these NPCs. It's got
Nice.
like all the different item cards. That's
Lantern.
that's the main reason I bought it.
That's dope.
I want to show you guys something real
Show
quick.
me.
Okay. And please be on my side. Please be sympathetic here. Okay. I am trying to read an article, and this is what my screen looks like. This
Is it
the
that
email
blurry?
sign up. No. This section down
Ew,
here
it's
is
backwards, dude.
trying to
Oh,
make
it's
you
not-
sign up
it's
with
not
email. And
Yeah.
this is ads.
Don't get me started, dude. Even like esteemed
There's no article.
news
no article
sources, like websites, I'll click on it and it's just like 15 ads, and the cookie settings are taking up half the screen. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here.
Oh, these X buttons don't do anything. They don't close the dang
Oh
email
yeah,
sign up.
and it has these. So, like, monster cards with all of their like info on the back.
Oh, nice, dude.
So
That's sick. You guys want to play right
you
now?
guys want to? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mikey, I'm curious what you think of the D&D Beyonds. It's not D&D Beyond. What Universes Beyond?
Mikey, yes.
Like with
those-
Star Wars now.
Oh yeah,
Pretty cool.
I saw that.
Pretty cool.
Those sites are so terrible.
Oh yeah.
Especially
I
on
think I
mobile.
was thinking of
these
Wall
sites.
Street Journal.
I can't.
And then play like CNN or something. I'll like open up a thing and it's like, hey, you got to pay to look at this. And I'm like,
Well, even like
no.
our
Yeah,
local
right.
newspaper, Post and Courier.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Come on,
like
guys.
I think you might get like a limit of how many you can read, but then like you open one up and it's like, oh, you have to subscribe.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, no thanks.
Fox News
This is
doesn't
why
make me pay.
this is why all of my news comes from headlines.
That's right. That's right, baby. All right, y'all ready for this? 51 minutes, guys. We're going to be wrapped up in 51 minutes. Here we go.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm not ready for the time code yet. Please, 1 second. 1 second.
You have no idea how
Sorry,
difficult
I'm
that is for me,
very
dude.
sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Pizza time. Who's ready? Spider-Man. Brand new bag, dude.
Hey.
Quick intro to this. Tom Holland's 4th solo outing as Spider-Man. I saw a video the other day that was like interviewing him, and it was like, what was going through your mind back when Disney and the MCU almost lost Spider-Man, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot that happened. Where Sony almost.
Oh
took it back,
yeah!
and thank God.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, Spider-Man 4, dude. In my opinion, they've all been great. Some better than others, but like a good time, all of them.
I would say they're all very rewatchable.
Yes, agreed.
I like them a lot.
Yeah, Brandon Day came out. This is kind of like a fresh start. The other one was very. I guess I don't know. I guess they all kind of have heavy ties to the MCU. This one was pretty jam packed. IMHO with MCU stuff and just like stuff in general. It was kind of like whoa. Probably couldn't have fit much more in it.
I agree with that, but I also feel like it felt very separate
Authentic.
from like the multiverse stuff. Like it didn't feel like you had to know a whole lot.
True. And it was more. I've heard people complaining about like, you know, he was in space and now he's just fighting, you know, in New York City. And I'm like, no, this is what we've been wanting, dude. Swinging in New York City. Oh my gosh, dude. So yeah, I guess we'll just. You want to do the typical overall good and bad thoughts, spoiler free, and then we'll get into spoiler territory.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't have any notes or anything, so I'm gonna go quick. Really liked it. Probably say loved it. Yeah, I mean it's great. I think Tom Holland is super cool. I was just telling you guys the other day, like sometimes celebrities when they been around for like a while, they start annoying me, but Tom Holland is not one of them, dude. I think he's such a great actor, and he's cool, and he's a great Peter and Spider-Man. I really liked Destin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi and the Wonder Man show. Shout out R.I.P. Wonder Man show. Season 2 canceled. Stupid.
I'm annoyed.
Same. Shang-Chi was so good. That and No Way Home, I think, were like the only MCU movies of whatever phase that was that I really even cared about. And yeah, he just crushed it with this. The story itself isn't like anything super deep or whatever. Kind of predictable at times, but like it's fine. And this one's a little bit darker. I love that it's more grounded. It's New York City. And yeah, good performances. The chemistry between Spider-Man and Punisher is like the best pairing.
So good.
Punisher definitely has a potty mouth, and they toned it back for this PG-13 movie, but he definitely gets a lot in there.
He almost got one big one in there.
He sure did. But yeah, those two together, I thought that his part was going to be just like a cameo, just like all the freaking Marvel stuff usually is, where it's like they put him in the trailer and he's only for 10 seconds. But I saw an interview with the director who said like every character was very purposeful in this movie and what they're going through and how it relates to Peter's story. Definitely see that with, you know, the main kind of plot of the movie and the characters therein. No spoilers. Definitely see that with Bruce Banner, with Punisher, and this movie for sure has some pretty big implications for the future of the MCU. And I like that it's it has that, but it's not like in your face. Where, of course, you know they just put a bunch of stuff in it to where. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's so many characters that like, of course, this is going to change things for the MCU, but it's kind of like subtle things. I don't know. I'm trying to not spoil anything. It's good. Yeah, the acting's great. The action's super good. It's kind of, you know, in the trailers we see like the whole organic web thing, and he's almost like the symbiote vibe where it's like his spider nature like starts getting to him, and I like that they didn't. I'll stay out of that too, but that was good. I thought that was handled well, and yeah, good performances. I don't really know what to say outside of spoiler territory. I'd probably give it like an 8. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. I think No Way Home might still be at the top of my list of like theater experiences and just how it scratched every Spider-Man itch for me.
Yeah.
Especially regarding the movies themselves. But I think one of the big things with this movie where I was like, dude, the swinging just has not been there with Tom Holland movies, and I really want it with this one. And I think it definitely got there. I almost want to see it. Brian mentioned this when we saw Odyssey. He's like, I want to watch it on a smaller TV because it's kind of overwhelming when you see it in theaters. And I couldn't agree more. I always feel that way where it's like you have the big experience in theaters, but you kind of want to watch it like on a smaller screen at home so that there's less to focus on. And it's easier to like, I don't know. But yeah, I think the swinging is the best Tom swinging we've had. I love that it's in New York. I think I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's good stuff. I'm so glad it's doing well. And dude, theater was insanely packed, and I haven't seen anything like that in I'm like 10 years easy. I've never had to look for a parking spot at the movies in 10 years. Line out the door, leaving the theater, and it's so full of people, and everyone's chatting and talking, and having to walk all the way to the back of the parking lot, and there's still like people all around you, dude. Felt like old times. Love it.
Yeah.
So based on that, I was like, oh my gosh, this movie's going to do so well. And here it is at like number 2 opening weekend of any movie ever, box office history. I think just behind Endgame, which this is just a solo outing of a superhero, but obviously everybody loves Spider-Man. So I love Tom. I'm glad that the MCU was able to keep him, and I think they're crushing it with his character. And I'm excited, very excited for the future. And I have more spoilery things to say, but good stuff. Popcorn, someone else.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think this was definitely, in terms of theater experiences, this one was way up there. Like I mentioned this like before this section, but like just everyone there was so excited, and we were walking into our showing at 6:30, and there were on a Friday afternoon, and there were people outside that had just seen the movie and were talking about it, and like people dressed up, and they had a guy in a costume in the theater taking pictures and stuff. And it was Steven, you said this in one of the group texts going on, but we haven't had like a big theater experience like that maybe since Force Awakens or something, dude. Where Endgame was a big one and No Way Home was too, but like that was like in the wake of COVID or right at the beginnings of it, it felt like. Yeah,
No Way Home was 2021, I think.
Yeah. And,
which is crazy. Wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just, it really did feel like old times. And I was, like we mentioned, getting very excited about an MCU movie is becoming a lot more rare these days. And this one just felt like it was worth the wait, lived up to the hype, had a great range of characters. You mentioned the performances were really good, especially, I think, with some of the stuff we'll talk about in the spoiler section, but also with, like, John Bernthal as the Punisher. He's just, like, so good in those 2 seasons of that show. And then I haven't watched like the Punisher movie or whatever it is that's on Disney Plus yet, but him as Frank Castle is like an amazingly perfect fit for that character, at least in my opinion. So that was really like an awesome dynamic. Like Peter has had like somewhat of a father figure for that character throughout most of the MCU. And this is not like the father figure that the like, what do you call it? Like, wholesome, Uncle Ben style, father figure or mentor. Not even like Tony Stark level. This guy is just like almost unhinged,
And honestly, I was just gonna say that the Tony Stark dynamic with him almost felt forced to me. And I know like they kind of like got Spider-Man last minute and they were like, put him in Civil War. And then like after that they tried to like sell the idea that he was like a father figure to him, and I don't know, I never really felt it. Especially in the end of Endgame when every character was like getting their time with Tony, I was like, why doesn't like Rhodey should have way more time with him than little Peter Parker that he's known for a few weeks? You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know.
Yeah,
I think this is my favorite of all the like dynamics we've had with Tom's Spider-Man so far.
He's kind of like the uncle figure, not the father figure.
The crazy uncle.
Yeah, the crazy uncle. So that was really good. I really liked that, so after the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, the spell takes place to where everybody forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, or however that was worded, and him, like, kind of seeing his friends from a distance but still trying to stay connected to them in some way, like, was... the way that they
period, right?
Yeah, they forget he exists, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, they wouldn't even. That's why. Yeah. So they don't even remember that they grew up together or went to school.
Which, I mean,
together,
honestly,
like
Austin,
MIT.
your option is the better option.
Yeah.
The way
why didn't they say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do when you're Doctor Strange. You
Marvel,
take
give
orders
Austin
from
a call.
teenager,
Dude. He's got ideas.
Hey, guys.
Yep.
I'm open to work. Hashtag open to work right now. But anyways, I thought that was really effective in the movie, like him following them on their social medias and like keeping up with their lives, but from a distance, and
Stalking
like
them.
Right.
stalking them without their consent. I thought
Right.
that was really good, really wholesome and awesome. But yeah, and for spoiler reasons, we'll talk about it in a minute. But I have some mixed feelings about how they wrapped all of that up at the end of this movie. But I'm also very hopeful for like the next part of this Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I would probably give it a higher rating than you did, but I will say in my opinion, the best looking Spider-Man action suit swinging in terms of live action. A lot of like the swinging was done practically, and the action and stuff, it looked amazing.
I thought about that afterwards. I was like, shoot, I forgot to like pay attention. I know like in the street with the tank was a lot of practical stuff. I was like, dang, I need to go back. And I think that's part of the reason why I remember Tobey's Spider-Man so fondly, not because it was practical, but the camera work was a lot steadier. And this, like, they shake it all up to be shaky and more realistic, and whereas like Spider-Man was almost like I was gonna compare it to Superman, but Superman, I hate the way they did the camera to where he's like center on screen and like the camera like doesn't move around him, it just stays focused on him. It was so easy to see him swinging around. Whereas this was like a lot shakier. So anyway, I don't remember where I was going on that, but yeah.
My last thing I'll say before spoilers is I think they showed this in some of the marketing material more than anything, but I loved like some of the action shots matching up to famous classic Spider-Man comic book covers. It kind of stands out in the movie, but it also is just like such a cool, it's very good imagery, very like classic looking Spider-Man moves and poses and things like that. I liked all the nods to that, and just the way the movie was shot, especially during the action scenes, was just really satisfying.
Yeah.
And entertaining. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I'd probably rate it a little bit higher than you overall, but this was a fantastic one. Glad we finally got a Spider-Man 4.
Yes, dude. Yeah, true. Shout out. Another thing I'll say is anytime, I love it when they lean into the New Yorkness of it, because he's really the only superhero that's like synonymous with the city he's in. I mean, Superman, Metropolis, Batman, Gotham, all that stuff, but like the heart of New York and like the heart of Spider-Man are I don't know.
It feels more as part of the character in a more positive or influential way.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah,
and it's a real life city, not a Gotham or
So like in the Tobey movies, I always love in superhero movies when there's a montage of them like saving people. I love in the Tobey movies how they do like interviews with people on the street and the whole like, you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with New York. Like, I love that stuff. And then they tried that in Amazing Spider-Man where just like the row of crane operators just happened to all be working at the same time. They were like, hey, let's give him something a little easier to swing on. And all the cranes just like start moving. God, so stupid. Sorry, I love you, Andrew. So much of those movies, like they were obviously trying to capture some of that stuff, but it just didn't work. Anyway, there's a lot of that. Even in Homecoming, like, you know, he goes to the sandwich shop, and I think he even had a T-shirt of that sandwich shop on this movie, Del Mar's Bakery or something like that.
Yep.
Anyway, whenever they can lean into that. And this was the first where he's in, like actually in New York. I think the first one was probably Queens or whatever, and then the second one's in London, and the third one's just kind of all over the place. I feel like, but this one was in New York. There was a lot of like working with the police and like going meeting with people all dressed as Spider-Man. It just felt so cool, and not really spoilers, but like in the credits, there's a lot of like New York City imagery. And it just felt good. I think Haley was like, why are they just showing shots of New York? And I'm like, dude, because that's Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it. Anyway, Justin, you want to talk or you want me
I
to
guess
talk?
so. I will say I loved it. I went in completely blind, knew I had not seen a trailer. I had not even planned on going to see this movie. I just happened to get invited by a family from church, and so I went, and I thought it was great. I think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man, in my opinion.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I liked how excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
We get a time code for that one.
Put that in the timestamps of the description.
Leave that one.
If you want to skip to Justin's
I really liked how they handled some of the stuff that without talking spoilers, but I liked how they handled a lot of what happened from the curse.
The curse. Yeah.
But I would probably. I do think this is the best Marvel movie of this phase thus far.
I can't. I don't think I've even seen them. I don't even know what has been out, so maybe I can't.
I mean, Fantastic Four.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
You should watch it.
Hey, dude, hot take. Thunderbolts wasn't that good, dude.
What?
Oh, I like Thunderbolt.
No, I like
thought it was
Thunderbolts
fine.
I would say it was good.
Fine.
This is gonna be my hot take for the night. I like Arena Belova more than Black Widow.
Aurora Borealis.
Whatever her name is. I like Florence Pugh more than Scarlett Johansson.
Fair enough.
I don't really care about either of them. But sure enough, no spoilers. Continue.
What?
No spoilers for Steven's personal life. Continue.
But I thought it was great. I think Steven rated it fairly at an 8. And yeah, let's get into spoilers because I can't really talk about anything I want to talk about.
All right.
Real quick. Your favorite Spider-Man movie? What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Mine is Spider-Man 2. You just can't beat it, dude. That's my favorite superhero movie still to this date, I think. Would you guys put this at the top?
I might need to wait for the recency bias to wear off. I absolutely loved this movie. But my number one rewatch of Spider-Man movies is the first one, the first Sam Raimi, the very first Spider-Man movie. It's It's also a comfort movie. It's very nostalgic. It has a lot of things that like it now feel like that it introduced that now feel like a part of the original character of Spider-Man, even though they weren't. Like the organic webbing, the suit is very iconic. I don't know, the portrayal of some things like Uncle Ben and Aunt May, Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe in that movie. I would say the original Spider-Man is my personal favorite. And then Spider-Man 2 and then this one are probably in the top 3.
I've never seen any of the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
It's fine. We'll go ahead and assume those would not be your favorites.
However, before this one, I probably would have said, which one's? I get all these confused. Is Homecoming the first one?
Yeah, with Vulture.
That probably would have been my favorite Spider-Man movie.
It's a good one, dude. Truly,
I love it. That's a great one.
This one's really good. But this one also, I left this part out. I love the Punisher. Like the Punisher is by far my favorite Marvel character.
Yeah. Oh.
And nice. I think they're doing a good job. I'll be curious to see how they continue, because the Punisher is about as extreme as Marvel gets.
Yes.
Obviously excluding Deadpool. Rephrase. The Punisher's the darkest that Marvel gets. And in the past, like my favorite, even though I think it's a terrible example of the Punisher, but one of my favorite Punishers before John Bernthal was Thomas Jane.
Yeah.
But like even that one, like he's torturing somebody with a popsicle, like making him think, he's making him think he's burning him with a torch, but like that's not the Punisher. But I do think for a Spider-Man movie, Steven, you mentioned this, like he threw some language in there. I was surprised with how much language they let through with the Punisher. Yeah. So I think they're handling him as well as they can. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, my wife was like, "Oh, we should have brought our kid," and then we saw the movie, and I was like, "Thank God we didn't."
Oh yeah, I had that same thought. I was like, I feel like both the boys would love this, and Caden probably will. He's 14, I think he'll be fine. But Arden is 5, and this is not a movie for him. Not yet. That's way too young.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, you've been warned. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man dies.
Chat. Iron Man dies. Entered. I'm typing spoilers. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should have said this for those listening. You can skip ahead to the non-spoilers, but just see the movie while you're listening to this. Yeah. If you start the movie at, I don't know. Okay, spoilers. We're here, guys. Okay, last warning, last chance. Spoilers. Say whatever you want to say, Justin.
I loved the True Love's Kiss swerve.
Oh my goodness, dude! Ouch.
When did you know? When did you know? I think I knew. I don't know. I feel like I knew just a little bit too soon to where it wasn't super satisfying.
I began to suspect when they kissed.
Yeah.
Because my initial thought was MJ's dating somebody.
Yeah.
MJ wouldn't do that. So, but like I liked that because it would have been a very Disney thing to do to
Yeah.
have the true love's kiss, which honestly, it still could, because it seems that the secret handshake woke Ned up.
You know, the speculation is that spoilers, guys. The speculation is that Jean planted a little seed in their minds, because MJ is on the rooftop where they used to hang out at the end. I don't know what kind of necklace she was holding. I was like, with my binoculars on the theater, I could not tell what she was holding. But she was holding something. But the speculation is that Jean left a little something in there, because she says in I think Apocalypse, she like gives Wolverine like a small part of his memory back, and people were like comparing that to this moment, like that's how they knew, because MJ's like crying, she's on the rooftop. So maybe that's why the handshake got in, but also maybe we're giving the writers too much credit and they just whatever, it is what it is.
Well, and two, like, because the thought that I had too was the true loves, the kiss could have worked, except you don't remember anything after you've been possessed. So
right, like yeah.
So even if it would have worked, she wouldn't have remembered
what happened during
that time. That is my one complaint about this whole movie. Honestly, like, it's the one complaint I have is she's just magically in MJ. Like, she's left Jean Grey in this guy that's possessed in the helicopter.
Oh yeah. They didn't really explain it.
MJ.
Yeah,
and
the whole
MJ has possessed him.
The whole jumping thing was interesting.
She has been possessed.
Because when the guy was talking to Peter and he was like, "Show me my camera," some of the like writing was a little weird, because they were like, he was talking about the coffee cup as if he had been looking at it already, and then it shows her like sitting there reading it. But I'm like, okay, you're in this guy's mind, but you're also back there. But then you still have to jump 33 feet from each person while you're still. It's almost like she's got two brains then, because she's possessing people while she's still in her own mind reading in Peter's lair. And also, I was thinking he left that guy in the helicopter, which I was like, bro, don't leave. If you got her trapped, don't leave her. Do something. But then also I'm like, dude, she could just have him jump out of the helicopter and jump to somebody else before he reaches the ground, and then you just got that guy killed. So yeah, they didn't really explain that very well, IMHO, unless I missed it.
Well, I thought the only thing that I didn't get, because like I get her, because we see it when Sarah is teaching her the ability.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Sarah jumps, it shows both of them on the bench, and Sarah is talking like while she has possessed someone.
True.
So we see her do that, but the thing that threw me off is what you're talking about, where it shows her in his apartment walking around doing things while she is also possessing someone, which I thought was odd.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was also like him like the way he was talking about things as if he had already been in her apartment or in his apartment and found all the coffee cup stuff, because he was like, and then I found this note, and of all things, a coffee cup, and she's like pulling it out of the coffee cup as she's like narrating her life as it happens.
Yeah,
was a little odd.
And I guess maybe they just didn't. I don't know if they ever like specified if that was happening actively or if he was viewing previous footage.
Well,
I assumed it was.
I got the impression that it was happening at the same time, because he turned the camera on, like front, like front facing. But yeah, I don't know. That's the impression I got. But yeah, I guess it doesn't really make sense.
Maybe just a suspension of disbelief type thing, where it's just like,
yeah, type.
I guess I can suspend my belief.
Yeah, get that dust.
You got a guy shooting webs out of his wrists.
Yeah. Oozing.
Yeah. Justin, you mentioned in the previous section before the spoilers that you had no idea what like the villain or the threat was, and you knew Sadie Sink was cast in the movie, but you didn't know the character that she was playing.
Yep.
I personally, I thought she did a fantastic job
Amazing.
as Jean Grey, and like the way that they showed the strength of her powers and abilities, being able, like the scene where Peter's like fully realizing that what she's able to do, and she's hopping from person to person, racing him back to the apartment, is like that like makes me feel very like I don't know, like weirded out. Like that's disturbing to think about, like to see happen, or if it happened to you. Like, what did you think of her as this character? I thought I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I thought she was incredible. I spent so much before the reveal.
Mhm.
Like, I was racking my brain. Like,
yeah,
what Marvel villain can do this?
yes,
And
yes, same.
like the fact that it could have been a mutant, like, never crossed my mind. And so I thought she did incredible. I do think her and James Marsden getting together is going to be weird, but
Don't worry, Doom's gonna kill all of the Fox universe in the first 5 minutes of Doomsday.
yeah.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, I thought she did an incredible job. The one thing and maybe I just missed it, did we ever learn why she couldn't get into Peter's head?
I don't think that was explicitly explained in the movie, but I had
Yeah.
a thought about
Until he let her in.
So a theory that I had, but I haven't seen this backed up yet, so this might not make any sense. But like, you know how in the MCU, like before the Fox merge or like whatever happened to allow like mutants, like everyone like with powers or abilities is considered like an enhanced individual. Like I'm just wondering if that had something to do with it, outside of like I know there's certain characters in comics that like develop certain psychic abilities, like quote unquote, like Superman is very, or like certain characters have the ability to like put up brick walls in their mind to stop from, people with the ability to read thoughts and things like that. So I was wondering if like because he's like an enhanced individual, he had that ability, but she was able to do it to the Hulk in the same movie, right? She was the one that set him off. So then my theory got busted there, I guess.
Or I guess
like,
technically she did it to Bruce.
Oh, yeah, sure. And if okay, so
Hulk
I see
was
what you're
able to
saying.
get
So
her
like
out.
two different
Maybe.
characters between
Do
Bruce
what?
and the Hulk. And
Was Hulk able to resist her? Because
Yeah,
was just
so
like,
I-
only
what-
Hulk.
What I think happened, what I think, because Smart Hulk is basically Bruce
Stupid.
controlling Hulk.
Yeah.
So if she's able to control Bruce, then she could control Smart Hulk.
Bruce.
But then her controlling of Smart Hulk is what released
Yeah.
real Hulk.
Yeah.
I was just looking online. Oh, what people are saying is that Spider-Man can resist Jean Grey's mind control because his enhanced spider sense and mutated biology disrupt her psychic hold. She hasn't reached her full potential yet, and his reactive instincts make his mind difficult to read.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think
that's kind of what I was thinking.
I like that.
He's got like the mind of a spider, the whole like
Yeah.
Spidey sense
Almost
thing can resist stuff, kind of like what you were
precognition.
saying. Yeah, and putting up walls, and then they established that she wasn't at like full power yet until she like evolves even more at the end. So that paired with his spider sense, I just kind of accepted it. Like, yeah, I guess she can't break everybody.
Another part of it is saying like spider sense warning. So his early warning danger sense detects psychic intrusion before it takes root, allowing him to instinctively block her. So if you were just a random New Yorker walking on the sidewalk, absent-minded, essentially, you'd be an easy target,
Yeah.
rather than someone who's like ready and trained for combat and also has, the ability to sense danger before it happens or that kind of thing. I don't think that's not like explicitly stated in the movie. That's just kind of the theory about why that would work, or maybe just assumed that's why that wouldn't work on him.
Well, on the subject of Jean Grey, I unfortunately for sure knew it was going to be Jane. I think we all thought like because this MJ was going to forget Peter. Her name isn't Mary Jane; it's Michelle Jones or whatever. A lot of people thought, "Oh man, Sadie's going to be Mary Jane or something," and then that like very quickly was like, "No, that's not going to happen." So I think people were like, "It could be Jean Grey," and I didn't know, but I was kind of like, "It's probably Jean Grey." And if that's in my head, then it doesn't. It feels a little bit like a spoiler in my mind.
Yeah.
So I was kind of expecting it, and which was kind of a downer. I wish I could go in blind, but man, I can't resist trailers sometimes. So yeah,
Is
part
she
of me
in any of the trailers?
hooded, and then people would like brighten up the image, and you could see Sadie. But we all knew she was going to be, and she's a huge name. She's not in the trailers, and there's this one hooded figure whose face we can't see.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
Sadie. So
They did try to hide her from most of the marketing, but just like the popularity of it.
There was a leak.
The leak.
I think a singer of one of the original songs or something said like, "I loved Sadie as Jean Grey," or "Oh, was I not supposed to say that?" And it was kind of like, "Ooh," kind of a moment. But
that's not cute anymore. It's not funny anymore. It's just, they need to stop.
So I was kind of like figured anyway, but maybe not. I don't know. And then, at least it wasn't like my name isn't blah, it's Jean Grey. They still kind of like nonchalantly did it, which I was like, okay, that feels a little better. Yeah. So kind of expected that. And a part of me kind of wished that it could have been like a main Spider-Man villain. We don't get a ton of Spider-Man movies, so to get like, that's just one of the X-Men, was a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. It's cool. It's the way they're kind of organically bringing in some of these X-Men characters. I think the whole thing with the enhancement inhibitor thing obviously will play a big part in the future of X-Men.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that was kind of that like subtle, the way the implications it has on the future of the MCU is really cool. To introduce Jean here, her struggles with his arachna hormones things lined up really well, along with the Hulk's and what the Punisher's going through. And I love when the Punisher was like, "You don't want to do this alone," basically saying, "Or you'll end up like me." So I get when the director was like, every character was in here very, very, very specific reason. I totally get that. Except for Yelena. Get her out of here, dude. More on that in a second. How do you feel about Jean Grey being a terrible person in this and then being a good guy in her next movie, basically? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, obviously, she was looking for her sister. It's one of those, I had it all wrong, I need to go save her type things.
Yeah.
But, like, she did, like,
I don't even think
potentially get some people killed. Did some pretty dark mind stuff. Well, she had that old dude step back into the road and get hit by a car.
Oh, that is true.
Because I was like, like I said, I figured it was Jean Grey. So the whole movie, I kind of want to go back now that I know for sure. But the whole movie, I was like, is anyone going to die? Because this girl has to be, redeemable. Obviously, it was super terrible what she did with MJ and Peter on the roof. But that's the one dude where I'm like, she may have killed somebody. But then she cries and they hug and she leaves.
Iron Man was a terrible human being before he was captured and tortured in a cave. I mean, all the people that he killed selling weapons.
Right.
Yeah, I think, less direct. Less direct. I mean, she took hold of someone's mind and had him walk backwards into oncoming
traffic. I think the like justification that she had maybe like wasn't strong enough. Like she could have. Spider-Man was a huge obstacle for her getting into damage control and saving her sister. But I think like what she did, like to try to deter him from doing that, wasn't justified enough.
Yeah,
for
she
her
definitely tried to
forgiveness in
kill
the
MJ.
movie. Yeah,
Have her
so
jump off the roof.
there's murder, there's attempted murder, property damage, all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if I have like a good yes or no answer on that. I think the way they showed it in the movie was very effective because of the flashbacks with her and her sister, and like, of course, the way that like enhanced individuals or mutants in the MCU are treated, especially when they're in like captured by some whatever government, is like very inhumane and like horrific, horrible to watch.
We also have
like,
Bucky now, who killed plenty of innocent people.
Yeah,
but his mind wasn't his own at the time, was it?
No,
he was a sleeper agent or whatever.
Yeah. Every time that I don't
remember.
Well,
it's been a while.
I would say in like the Winter Soldier, or maybe it's in Civil War, the beginning of Civil War. Yeah, in the beginning of Civil War, because that's the movie where Black Panther is like the chase sequence and stuff. Like, I don't think that was sleeper agent Bucky.
No,
I think that was.
But Captain America: Winter Soldier was sleeper agent, right?
Yeah,
he didn't know who.
Yes, correct.
Steve was and stuff like that.
And he almost Steve had to stop Bucky from killing the guards that came after him. Of course, he was like defending himself because armed, soldiers coming in, breaking into his apartment, trying to shoot him with their shotguns and whatnot. And he like tried to throw the guy down the stairwell, and Steve grabbed him and threw him up, and he's like,
"Oh my god,
you're gonna kill somebody!" But yeah, I mean,
I do agree. I agree with you, Steven. Especially with like the intentional moments, like the guy stepping back in traffic, like because my thought process is she is going after an entity, damage control, that is doing villainous things, so that's where the justification comes in. But she could have done those things without killing a construction worker or whatever that guy was like.
Yeah. And she didn't know. Who knows? Maybe they're like in the background somewhere. He's like, my head. But what was that? I think even more so, technically, unaliving someone is worse, but even more so the when she's inhabiting MJ or whoever, and she's all like, "Aw, Peter," like talking like that, like very manipulative, and when it's the whole like, I guess that's more so just like how do you go from that to like, I've got you, I'll save you, I'm gonna kill her right in front of you type vibe.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you're a different person, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to like someone who's just like, stop, I have to save my sister, I have to save this person.
Right.
It's more like, you better stay out of my way, Spider-Man type thing. We're just like, ooh. And then like the next movie we're supposed to be like, go Gene, go, I don't know. By the time the X-Men movie comes out,
me up.
I did like
good times.
Yeah, shut up.
I did like how they connected the dots between, like with MJ, like when we find out that they don't remember anything, because like the whole time I'm thinking, like after they capture her, and I'm thinking like, how the heck is he going to find out that damage control are the bad guys?
Oh yeah, I thought about that because like none of the when she was first mind controlling people, none of them remembered what happened. So when he was shocked that MJ didn't remember anything, I was like, didn't we already know this? None of them have remembered what was happening. So for that to kind of be the moment that's how he knew, I was like, oh, I thought we kind of already all knew that. But I guess maybe it could have triggered that in that little, dialogue with Jamel Tillman in his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just wrote it off to like recency bias.
Yeah.
But that's a good point too.
Because they were all like, "How did I get up here, Spider-Man?" You know.
Right.
But yeah, so I think she's a great choice for Jean, and maybe like her evil portrayal will be a little bit of an obstacle for us to really cheer her on in the next few movies, or maybe not. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
I just want to run this by you and see what you think, both of you guys.
Shoot.
I almost feel like the way that Jean was acting in this movie was written for her sister, in order for her sister to be like removed from the movie, like killed off, and then Jean is the one that was captured, and that's why she can be good in the next one, because she wasn't the one that was running people into traffic or unleashing the Hulk into a building or something. But Jean Grey is like the more recognizable character, and so that had to be the main villain. But what if it was like Sarah Grey that was the one trying to break into damage control and rescue Jean? Jean wakes up fresh with without ever hurting anyone, and so she
Would
gets
we
to join
prefer
the
that?
MCU.
What
I'm
you're
just
asking?
wondering if you yeah, maybe if that would make more sense, but you have to use Jean Grey because it's the more popular character.
Yeah, that's
And-
I hadn't thought about that. It would be less like exciting for it to be,
Sure.
my name's Sarah Gray, but at the same
Right.
time, that would give Jean this revenge arc for her next movie as opposed to this movie, and would have made that reveal a little cooler. Because I hate to say like nerd or fan service. Like cameos are annoying, but in the moment when they're happening, you're like, "Oh my gosh, it's blah blah blah." I was kind of
Yeah.
hoping there was going to be a little bit more X-Men stuff. So when it was just like, "Where is she?" I was like, "Ooh, who's she talking about?" And then she's like, "Sarah." I'm like, "Who the heck is Sarah?" You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's
Yeah.
part of the comics. I just don't know about it. I'm sure it is. Whatever.
It's not.
Oh, dang. Yeah,
Sarah Gray is mentioned in the Dark Phoenix saga in the comics, but she never was a mutant. She never had like
Interesting.
powers, abilities like that.
Yeah.
So this was unique for this movie.
That could have maybe made it a little bit. I don't know. It's like the initial response to the villain being revealed as Jean Grey's sister may have been whatever, but maybe it would have been better in the long run for Jean not to have done all those things, and like her next movie to have like some revenge stuff. I don't know. That's a good question. I never thought about that.
I don't know. Just a thought that I had to like, because then Jean won't need any like redemption or forgiveness or anything. We can just kind
Yeah.
of move on. 'Cause it wasn't her. She wasn't the one that did all
Yeah.
that stuff. It was her sister.
And I don't-
But I don't know.
I don't necessarily want that. I don't want this to be a Batman vs Superman type thing where they're like, oh, they're onto us about how he destroyed the city. Let's make the entire next movie about, dealing with the crimes of. Oh gosh. But it is kind of like it'll probably be a suspension of disbelief thing where she's just a good guy now. We just have to be like, yeah, all that stuff happened,
Yeah.
but she was sad.
I'm not too hung up on it.
Yeah, I'm not
get-
either. But it is kind of
Yeah.
like there.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. Back of mind type of thing. But
Yeah.
we're moving forward, guys.
We're moving forward, guys. Gotta keep just.
We're
keep
moving
swimming,
on
dude.
from that.
that was a few days ago, dude. Yeah, so cool, good stuff. Part of me is a little sad because like we got to see Vulture live action with his first one. We got to see Mysterio live action with the second one, and the third one I felt a little bad because it was all the other bad guys were in it. So for this one, for it to be like we're setting up for the X-Men and it's not even a villain, it's just an X-Men, was a little bit sad for me. I wouldn't have minded like a cool, a Craven or other than the fact that they are spoiling all the villains by releasing these crappy Sony Spider-Man villain movies. I was a little sad about that, but it's fine. All right, we're moving forward, guys. We're getting over it. What I
That was a
really
few
want to
days
talk
ago.
about is I don't really care that much, but like I don't care for Yelena. The Black Widow movie was bad. They brought her back for the Hawkeye show, and she was kind of funny, you know, but like some of it was kind of cringy too. I thought Thunderbolts was fine. A lot of people said it was really good, and I don't know, I just kind of like some of it was just kind of serviceable. And dude, the small potatoes, big potatoes crap is so dumb to me because, like, who do you think you are talking to Spider-Man who fought Thanos? And literally in Thunderbolts, 5 of you had to help lift a brick wall. I remember watching Thunderbolts, that moment being like, they're lifting a wall, and now they're going to call them the New Avengers? That's kind of lame. So if I heard to be talking to Spider-Man like that, I'm like, dude, get some respect. You know?
Yo. Yeah.
Making him take his shirt off to get in the hot tub. You stupid. Okay.
That's a perfectly valid argument. How convinced were you that they were going to do like some kind of Austin Powers gag of him getting like fully nude in the tub, but everything hidden by
Thank
like,
God they didn't. Well, I thought that, like, who knows, they might show a little booty or something like that, but thankfully he was still in his boxes. I did think it was funny when his like toes started to float in the water and he was like, sorry. And part of me wanted them to like make a joke like, you know, this is cozier than I was expecting or something like that. But I liked it. I liked that they didn't. They just like we know he was feeling good for a second, and you know, finally putting some meat on his hurt muscles, and he was feeling it for a second. That little moment was funny. But yeah, Yelena's kind of annoying to me. The way she has like a smart mouth, and I'm like, you got a gun and you can kick people. Don't talk to Spider-Man.
We're also
same
team,
Yelena.
guys.
Yes, same team.
I don't care what any of you say. I love Yelena.
I honestly did not mind her at all. I hear you, Steven, but I definitely thought she was
I love the small potatoes. I love the big potatoes.
This guy likes potatoes.
But honestly, the best part of the movie, the by far the best part of the movie is when the Punisher is pretending to be Superman.
Oh
my
Spider-Man. Gosh, dude, that was so good.
But
dude.
then when the camera comes back into the room, and he's going,
yeah, that was great, dude.
That's very funny.
That was great, and I'm glad that I didn't know that, like, in the comics, that's how Spider-Man dies. Is Punisher shoots him because he's saving Captain America or something like that. Because I would, yeah, and I think that's how Kyle was saying. That's how Miles is introduced. Is Punisher kills Spider-Man
in the Ultimate Comics, yeah.
So in the moment, I was like, you know, all these daggone Marvel movies, you're like, oh my gosh, are they going to kill him? And then they don't, and you're like, okay, obviously they didn't kill him. But in the moment, dude, I was like, maybe he's fine. And then you just see the big pile of blood slowly, like, behind his back.
And then he was like, I'm fine. Like, after, like, well, he was still standing or whatever. I was like, you are not fine, dude. I'm having a panic.
I know.
Get the dog.
And I liked how they, I guess she inhabited his mind to keep him breathing, which was pretty cool. A nice touch. So
which maybe that's why the guy that got hit by the car didn't die.
Maybe she kept him alive. Right before she jumped.
She's good after all.
And healed all of his bones.
Yeah, he should have been the post-credit scene, just like him getting him standing up, being like, huh? Which we'll talk about the post-credit scene in a minute. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was cool to see Scorpion, although half the time it wasn't Scorpion. I kind of feel bad for that guy. Like, he keeps almost having some spotlight, but he got a little more action in this one.
The action in that scene was really good too. It was cool to watch Spider-Man fight a character like with the extra reach, the extra limbs, kind of like Doc Ock, like being able to reach at him from more than just arm's length.
Yeah,
and that kind of and then the stinger at the end also.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
To that, pretty sweet. The action was really good. I like the move that he does. I think he did it in No Way Home. But when he jumps up in the air and shoots the webs down onto the floor and rockets back down.
Oh, yeah.
That move is cool. So sick. I love it.
Dude,
the moment when
with the hand.
Pretty dope.
My goodness.
Pretty dope, dude.
So good.
That
some amazing action scenes in it.
I'm putting a pin in this thought and just saying, when he threw Scorpion at the cop car, I remember thinking, like, he could probably get away with that without people knowing that he did it intentionally. Like I don't know if I would have been
Right.
walking by and seen that and been like, he did that on purpose, because the car came out of nowhere almost, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that
Yeah.
everyone was like, Spider-Man, you could have killed that cop, was a little bit of
Well, wasn't it
script
because
fluff, I feel like, or whatever.
I think they knew it though, right? Because after that, was that the last thing he did to Scorpion, or did he keep beating up Scorpion?
I think he kept beating him up.
Like I think it was just they could see, because
Yeah,
typically
something was
Spider-Man leaves the
coming over.
villains webbed up for the cops.
Also,
Yeah, I'll buy it. I'll
yeah.
buy it.
I
that's
appreciate
kind of how they did in Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Spider-Man 2 for the PS5.
Mhm.
Like when the Venom symbiote was like affecting him,
Yeah.
and he's like saved the guy from the water, but when he landed on the pier, he just kind of threw him out of the way, and this innocent guy just got
Yeah.
knocked over
Oh,
by Spider-Man for no reason. It was
Austin-
that kind of thing too.
you might know the answer to this. Is the whole human versus spider DNA a thing from the comics too?
I think it is. I think it is
Okay.
a part of it. Yeah, because there's some other like versions of what Spider-Man could be, or like what he could turn into. I really liked that a lot. It's kind of
I thought it was really cool.
the mirror image of like the Venom symbiote stuff.
Yeah.
But in like a way that fits this a lot more, with ignoring Sony and whatever
Yeah.
they think they're doing with everything.
And dude, I thank God. I hate I don't know what came over me. What's gotten into you? Storylines. Like I hate it, dude. I don't care for
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Suit Spider-Man. I don't like it when good guys are like framed for stuff. It just bothers me. I just want you to be the good guy, and we're getting it done. You know what I'm saying? So I was glad that was really the only moment where she was like, "You got to figure this out." But then, because that was the only moment, that led to him trying to, inhibit those whatever that transition.
Yeah.
Which part of me thought of when Austin, you and I have talked about, like, we hate it when superheroes are like at half power. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because I was kind of like, dang, I want this to be the movie where he's learning his new powers and he's like using them and stuff like that. And they kind of saved it for the very end, which I get. It's the arc, but part of me was kind of like, dang, I hate that half the movie he's trying to not use those powers because I really want to
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
I also
it makes
wanted
him feel
to.
underpowered.
Yeah. Yes, dude. Which, like, we wouldn't have known that until this movie, because that's been his powers all along. And in this movie, we're like, there's more, but I'm not going to use them till
just
the end.
wish-
Okay, guys?
I just wish the evolution would have gone as far as the webs coming
Don't.
from his butt.
No.
Yeah, why don't we have that, dude? Maybe that's the next
He's just
one.
he's just web slinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
backflip.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny in the trailer, which I guess you didn't see me in the trailers, Justin, but Keith David is like narrating it, and he says like rebirth, and it was like this cool, like, ooh. So like all this time I've been thinking, like, I wonder who Keith David's gonna be, and I love that he was just like narrating a nature video.
Yeah.
I was like, turn that off.
Oh,
That was great.
yes.
Which the whole Spider-Man AI thing has always been kind of weird, because he had Karen voiced by what's her name? Shoot, I can't remember. I think she's from Jennifer Connelly, I think, was Karen in Homecoming. And then people
Dude, I don't know
complained
if I
that
knew.
Spider-Man was too techie, so he didn't have AI voice anymore until this movie. And it was voiced by Naomi Watts, which was interesting. But she's
Very
like slightly less intuitive maybe than like Karen was. So like Spider-Man having an AI thing has always been kind of weird in these movies. They've never really been able to fully commit to it.
Yeah,
Not
it's
like a
funny because
Jarvis.
no, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, Tony being his mentor and building his suits, like, initially,
Yeah.
like in at least in the MCU, integrating that as part of it, like, that's not. It's more like Spider-Man is just on his own. Like, Spider-Man is the lonely superhero. Like, doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
Can barely keep a job. Can't make it to class on time because he's always Spider-Man.
So I was kind of surprised that they went the route of having an AI voice again for this one, because at the end of No Way Home, he's making his own suit with a freaking sewing machine, and like using what I remember correctly was like an analog radio to listen to police scanners, and it felt like, oh shoot, this is the like struggling Peter that we know and love. And then they kind of backtracked a little bit with this movie, not like fully. I mean, he's still like dealing with loneliness and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say like technically not backtracking in a way from like the themes of that, but also this movie is like over the course of years of him being on his own as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Because,
true.
He's watching his friends go through different semesters of college.
Yes,
so
which
like
was
I
good.
guess you could just assume that he's like built back up to that, like having that high tech stuff and being able to rely on like the artificial intelligence stuff to like notify him or like build a certain part or change a formula, whatever.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Which is kind of a thing I think I mentioned to you with this movie is they went into the like lonely Peter thing, but they didn't do anything about him like having no money for rent. He just had money and didn't have a job, I guess. I don't know. They didn't really explain it. I think Kyle said we just kind of assumed maybe Tony left him some money or something.
Yeah,
but he's got
maybe
all
May
this tech.
did also.
May, but he's there's no rent thing in
Oh.
this one, which was like half the movie for Spider-Man 2 and stuff.
I meant to mention this when Steven, earlier you were talking about how New York this one is. Did anybody else catch like how harsh his accent was in some parts of the
Oh
movie?
yeah,
Like when he's walking down the
Yes.
street on the phone.
Yeah,
Like,
that part specifically
Sounds like
yes.
such a New Yorker.
Yeah,
he was.
I-
Go ahead.
I like that because I feel like it's him talking to DeWolf on the phone
Yeah.
so much, like interacting with like the the first responders, a police force, and stuff like that, where they all kind of have the typical what you would think of as the New York City type of accent, and he just has kind of picked it up along the way. Even though, like we all know Tom Holland is not American. He's
Right.
putting on this accent, but he's like definitely better at the New York accent now.
Yeah.
in this movie.
I
than
saw a
he had
thing. He was talking about how like he was like in England or wherever. We order things very differently. We say please 1,000 times and we're so respectful. And he was like, and over in America, it's very respectful to just be like, I'll have a number 2. And he was like, I'm saying this in the movie and like thinking in my mind, my dad's going to kill me. I mean, unalive me.
My manners are terrible.
yeah.
My parents are gonna scold me.
But one thing I meant to read the article, I forgot, but I think it was IGN posted something that was like talking about maybe some, I don't remember what the article was about, but it showed the fact that like would a New Yorker like Peter really order Little Caesars pizza? And like there was a lot of product placement in this movie, and the Little Caesars was the biggest one where I was like, I just remember seeing it being like, oh, Little Caesars, haha. But I didn't think about the fact that he lives in New York, was born and raised there, and he's ordering from a chain like Little Caesars.
Right.
For sure,
Probably
product placement.
The worst
Yeah.
pizza chain possible. Although,
But we
I
love
don't
it.
mean that.
We love it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We love Little Caesars.
We love it.
Shout out.
One other thing that was noticeable about this movie was obviously it was darker, and I really like John Watts. I mean, I love what he did with the Spider-Man movies. I love what he did with Skeleton Crew, and I think his humor is really good. And I think this was missing some of that, but not necessarily intentionally. But it worked because it was a darker story. But dang, some like the other Spider-Man movies, like I had like laugh out loud moments, and this one, I don't really think I may have had a couple. Definitely the ooh at the end.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Punisher stuff was, but yeah, Peter he wasn't as like cheesy as he had been in like some of the more recent ones. But yeah.
I liked that when Gene took over Punisher, you could tell. In the way, just the way he was standing and like, good luck with that, Pete. That was funny.
Yes. Yeah, that was really good. Really good.
I'm trying to think anything else. I mean, yeah, like I said, like the story wasn't anything crazy, deep, kind of predictable. Tremel Tillman, ended up being the bad guy, but nothing really came of that. He kind of just ran away. I think the IGN review just mentioned like a very wasted like opportunity with Tremel Tillman, who we all love from Severance.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if that's going to lead to anything. He got away. I don't know if that's a character from the comics. Part of me expected them to be like, that's not your real name, is it?
He's actually anti-mutant in the comics.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Good to know.
Makes sense. What did you guys think of the suit?
It's great.
I love Tremel
Very,
Tillman.
very. Oh
yeah,
my.
dude, classy, dude, with the tie.
Wait, all right, let me rephrase my question.
Yeah, please do. I love it, dude. I love the classic Spider-Man suit. I love that they went with that. My hot take is I don't love the Far From Home suit where it's just black and red. I like to have the blue with the red. So I was kind of bummed in Far From Home that they went that route. But I was glad they brought it back for even though like the next one, I remember like the marketing was like black and gold suit, and then it ended up just being like his suit turned inside out and in No Way Home.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was funny.
But I was so hyped at the end of No Way Home when he made the like shiny blue suit, and of course it's a little different in this one, but yeah. Probably my favorite Spider-Man suit, live action. I really like the Homecoming suit, but I think this was my favorite.
This one's awesome, and I think one of the reasons it's so good is like in some of the marketing material, it's like they say this is supposed to be a very obvious, like Peter getting inspired by the other Spider-Man's suits. So this is kind of a combination of all three, or at least those two, but with the like MCU Spider-Man stuff built in, like the AI and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then the web shooters being like very easily detachable and being like web grenades and stuff like that.
Oh, so cool, dude.
I love the gadgets and
same,
like
dude.
that.
And I hope we keep getting gadgets, even though he's got organic web stuff now.
Yeah, and
okay, Steven. Sorry, go ahead, Austin.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say one other thing. I think about the suit. Oh yeah, the fact that it's like at times you can see that it's very much like a cloth suit, and there's like a frame like around his ears and stuff in his head. And when he's doing the stretching thing where he makes the joke that he's not the young Spider-Man anymore. And then after that, I think, one more thing about the suit. It slipped from my mind. I'm so sorry. I almost had it. It'll come to me.
I have a thought about the suit. You could see his eyes very subtly at certain moments, which I thought was so cool.
Oh, I did not notice that actually.
In a lot of the close-ups of his face.
When he's like talking to MJ, you could see his eyes a little bit, which I think is like the first time that's happened.
Maybe I did see it on that part. I kind of forgot though. But wow, that part of his eyepiece was something that I think they kept from like the Homecoming and like the MCU
expressive
Spider-Man,
eyes.
which was the expressive eyes. I think that works really well the way they did that in live action. I think that was some of the best of it.
Yeah, and being able to see his eyes just makes it feel so much more like real and like he's really there. And it was very subtle, but I really like that feature.
I remembered what I was going to say.
Glass eye or whatever.
That suit, like for me, how classic it looks, even like with its inspirations and stuff, worked so well, showing him working with like all the first responders, like you were talking about earlier. Like how it showed him working with like the police force and everything.
Yeah,
it was just so cool that it made me think of like the Batman, where Rob Pattinson's Batman is like walking through into a crime scene and working with Commissioner Gordon, and everyone is just like, yeah, this is Batman. He's wearing his suit because he's Batman, type of thing.
Yes.
And Spider-Man just doing it the whole time as well, and he's like very encouraging to everybody. He always says "What's up," or like gives high fives and things like that.
I would never hurt you, Spider-Man. I love you. Yeah, that was great, dude. I love it. I love the interacting with New Yorkers and stuff.
Yeah, Steven, right at the end of the movie, MJ can be seen holding on tightly to a necklace.
Yes, what was it? It looked like a
This
bat.
is the
I couldn't
broken.
tell.
This is the broken Black Dahlia pendant necklace Peter gave her back in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh, she knows, dude.
Whoa.
knows.
She
Dude, I guess
knows.
Doctor Strange is not that powerful. as a
Yeah,
wizard.
dude, doctors stink, dude. One person pointed out that the note that he wrote didn't mention MJ, so the fact that she's like assuming it's about her. Did you write this for me? And it like doesn't actually even say her name. I don't know.
What? Well,
What?
was it?
Also,
I
like,
can't- was
why
it-
did you even have that with you? Why did he have that in his spider pocket and leave it there?
Spider
that
pocket.
whole part was kind of like, dang, you've avoided this for so long, and oh, I accidentally left my note out. I don't know. That part was a little.
I mean, did we
But I'm
see
glad
the
it had to
full
happen.
note? Did we see every word on the note?
I have it right
probably
here.
said her name.
I have it right here.
Oh, don't take it out. Don't take it out. Don't.
All right.
Spoilers.
Okay. Just because you said not to,
Spoilers.
I won't. But
Okay.
I have it. But
It's
yeah, I
good to
don't
know it's right there next to you.
Ooh, you wanna
yeah,
hear
I
a
don't really
fun
care
theory?
about that. But what?
You want to hear a fun theory that I just read?
No, we're out of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're right
let's do
at
it.
time. Yeah, say it.
Some people think that MJ's boyfriend might be Harry Osborn.
Ooh.
Oh my!
People are
my.
speculating that
I don't know why I didn't
that
didn't even come to mind.
because we never hear his name.
Yeah,
But
true.
people are also speculating that
Because it's
the
Ezra.
the job offer that she turned down was from Oscorp.
Dude. Because the
Dang.
actor is the guy who plays Ezra Bridger in the live
Yeah.
action Ahsoka and stuff. So it's not
Oh
like a
my
random,
Right.
extra person. Like they could
Yeah.
potentially be casting him with future stuff in mind. Dang, dude, I didn't think about
Interesting.
that.
I know we're close to time, as Steven mentioned. I just want
Right.
to say real quick, this movie is doing very well at the box office. It is currently at 942 million as of this recording. So it is zooming. And we kind of said that a little bit, talking about its opening being, right there up next to Endgame and stuff. But yeah, the big numbers. Like, people are going to come out to see a new Spider-Man movie. And Tom Holland is a big reason why
Yeah.
the Spider-Man era
I mean,
has been
he
so
is
good.
in the top 4 grossing movies of all time.
Yeah, and he's in Odyssey right now at the same time as Brandon Day. He's busy. No wonder he wants to settle down and have a
Busy
family.
man.
Also, fun fact. The way that they introduce Jean Grey completely changes her origin story from the comics.
Mm.
Because
Oh,
in the comics her sister grows up to get married and have kids and
be normal.
all that. She is eventually murdered, but like
Yeah.
as an adult, Jean Grey's powers manifest themselves when her childhood friend is killed in the comics. So
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of changes with that.
yeah,
Which I'm kind of neutral on it. I think I'm fine
Yeah.
with seeing how it goes and if it plays out well.
Yeah, not
I
quite
think
as
we've
big
come
as,
to expect that kind of thing. As long as like characters are shown faithfully, like
Yeah.
to an extent, like the
Right.
way that Punisher is in this movie and in like the
Yeah.
movie Sam stuff.
Pretty big change for Superman's origins as well in that movie, but didn't bother me as much because, like you said, he was portrayed.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
character itself was portrayed really
right. I did love the scene where Ned and Peter are building Legos together, but he's in
Yeah,
his full costume.
well. Yeah, that was great. It was a little like the way MJ shut him down so harshly, and then to be like, want to come upstairs and build Legos with us, and for him to be so casual, I was like, dude, I would be humiliated if she, the way she was like, I don't even know you,
Oh man. That
and then
hurt.
for like, I remember thinking in that moment, like, oh my gosh, I would feel like such a stalker, because he just said, I love you, I can't live without you, and then for a bit, like, I don't even know you, I would be like, ooh, listen, let me look, I'm not weird, I'm not, it's fine, I'll let you be. And then he was just so casually playing with Ned. I was like, bro, I would feel so awkward right now.
I never could pick up What was he like when he first started having to use the webs from his wrist? What was he saying? I couldn't make out what he was saying every time
Web
he
stop.
did it.
Web stop.
Yeah, he was saying web
Okay,
stop.
okay,
Because
okay.
I think in his head it was like web means go and stop means
Right.
stop.
Okay,
Like
okay.
that kind of.
I
That's what I
knew
thought.
he was saying. I knew he was saying web something, but I couldn't make
Yeah.
out. So that makes sense.
Web stop. Web stop. He had to do it so many times during that one scene, like swinging across.
And he's whispering it as he's
Yeah.
as he's,
With
as
MJ,
he's got
I'm like,
MJ.
oh my gosh. I was so embarrassed for him so many times in this movie, and I guess that's Peter, dude, you know?
He'll work it out. It'll become second nature for
Yeah,
him.
we'll go for
I
it.
do. It was great. It was a great movie.
Yeah, really.
I
was.
agree. I'm eager to see it again.
I hope Doomsday does it justice.
Oh, it won't. I mean,
Dude,
are
We all got
are
to
you
go
think-
watch Endgame first.
yeah. Is anyone thinking about going back to the theater to see this one again, or gonna wait for Disney Plus for the rewatch?
I personally will probably purchase the 4K. I don't do that as often as I used to, but for movies I like a lot, I still buy them. I don't know. It's so rare that I go to the theaters. The fact that I saw Odyssey and Brand New Day in the same week blows my mind. So I don't know if I'll see it again. But I will most likely purchase and watch. Dude, I used to rewatch movies all the time. And I just, it's harder to these days.
for
I hear you.
But yeah, overall, I loved it. I mean, it would have been easy to mess it up, but at the same time, it almost feels like, how can you go wrong? It's Tom Holland, Spider-Man, a great director like Destin Daniel Cretton. They're obviously going to put, a lot of work into. I feel like Disney for a while they were shortchanging the way they shortchanged Obi-Wan Kenobi, because they were like, people are going to watch it anyway, and then put twice the budget into Andor because they were like, we got to make sure this is good so people watch it. It's not the case here. They're like, we got to make sure Spider-Man's good, especially now. Maybe, I don't know, but I think obviously Spider-Man is just the best and everyone's favorite, and they know they got to take care of him. And with Sony and Marvel both like, backing it, could be hairy, but also, I don't know, there's a lot riding on it, so I'm glad they take their time with it and make sure it's good and give it the budget to have practical swinging and stuff like that.
So awesome.
But I like that they didn't. Another thought. I like they didn't wrap up the whole MJ and Ned thing immediately in this movie. I mean, maybe Ned knows at the end, maybe MJ knows at the end, but they didn't it wasn't like we thought it might be for a second there, with the halfway through the movie she just remembers because of a kiss. They're kind of leaving it for the next movie, and maybe we'll have a little bit of a triangle with Harry or something, which could be really cool. And I love that Tom Holland really wants to get Miles in here, and they already have kind of an idea in their head of how they're going to do that, which is super cool.
Yes.
So the future is bright, at least for Spider-Man, hopefully, in the MCU. But, dude, I almost don't even think about Doomsday. Spider-Man has been my most anticipated movie for a while, so I'm glad it lived up to the hype, and really enjoyed it. Eager for more. I'm sure I'll think of other things to say after this. I thought the Hulk was in it. Had a good reason for being in it. I love that it was Rage Hulk again. Finally, when he first showed up and he was talking still, I was just like, oh my gosh, dude. But yeah, he tore the place up.
He was pretty scary.
Yeah. Tremonton was fine. Yelena, whatever. Anything? DeWolf was cool. I mean, she's from The Bear, so
that's right.
kind of that was cool. At first I thought she might be Miles' mom, like when she first showed up on screen. I was like, ooh, is this gonna be Miss Morales? But no, but it's fine. Is DeWolf a character in the comics? I assume, but I don't know.
I don't know, but I did really like that character and how that they had their own arc with, at the end.
I thought it was just
knowing the names of the.
I thought it was just like an addition from the video games. but I'm not sure. There may be because he has the who is it that he talks
Yuri?
to in the Yuri.
Yuri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought there was a cop that he talked to. Maybe it was Yuri.
She was initially, and then maybe in the first one and the second one, she kind of wants revenge and kind of has a dumb IMHO. She becomes a character in the second game, and it's kind of stupid. IMHO. But yeah, I like that. I think there's pros and cons of both ways of portraying superheroes. Obviously, it worked well in the Toby movies for him to be like a vigilante menace. The cops are chasing him, and in this one, it was cool that they were just kind of working with him. And I think that's part of the MCU is like there's heroes everywhere. Masked heroes are just kind of a thing, so it makes sense in this universe for him to just be working with the cops, and it's just how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. Yeah, not a perfect movie, but very, very good.
Yeah, really good one.
Enjoyed it. And yeah, good stuff. Any other thoughts? Any last words?
Very good stuff. I mean, I really loved it. I thought it was awesome. I'm not really sure what to expect for what comes next. I'm like kind of hopeful and excited, but at the same time, I'm holding a bit of reservation because I don't see like Doomsday reaching Endgame level or even the level of No Way Home, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid, like what you're afraid of, Steven, what you said about the Fox X-Men might just get kind of wiped away in the beginning of the movie, and that we're just going to move whatever threat is remaining into 616 and the MCU. I am worried about that kind of stuff, but I'm also just kind of excited to see where it goes. Like, this movie was so good, especially compared to the stuff that's been coming from the MCU for the past couple of years. So it gives me a bit of hope again. Yeah,
Doomsday feels a little bit like the last few movies, I guess. Disney's just kind of noticed that they're slipping and people are losing interest. So I remember when the Marvels was coming out and they were already showing, I think the trailers had like the Avengers in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're trying to like remind us of what the MCU is. And then they threw some stuff in there that kind of which I still haven't seen the Marvels, so I heard it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was good. It was decent.
Yeah, I think they've been sprinkling in bits of nostalgic MCU in their movies for a while, all leading up to Doomsday, where they're just like all in. We're bringing RDJ back. We're bringing Chris Evans back, and it feels a little bit phony, but maybe it all will work. Who knows? We'll see.
It could.
It could. It could not, but it could. I think that's all I have to say. I think it's actually 600 degrees in this room right now, so.
And we're way past time.
All right, quick break. Yeah. All right, we're taking a break. We'll stick with us. We'll be right back. We'll stick with us. We'll be right back. What am I? Jeez, on here. What?
Who are you? How old are you?
Go ahead and add 5 seconds to that time code, and we'll just wrap it up right here.
Got you.
Here we go. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. We didn't have time to talk about Odyssey. We'll probably chat about that maybe next week when Brian is here, because he also saw it. But I have thoughts, maybe some hot takes, dare I say.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Unexpected coming from a guy like you.
I know. Sometimes,
kind of film critic or something.
Jeez, dude. But that'll probably be next week. Thank you all for joining us so much. Go see Spider-Man. I was kind of sad that it didn't just beat Endgame.
Initially, yeah.
Second place is fine,
Yeah.
But it did break box office records for like opening day or something like that, which is crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us. MovigaPodcast.com. All the links you'll need. Discord, social media, YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all in places. Listen to the podcast. Give us a like, share us with your friends. We'd appreciate it, but we'd also love for you to join us live every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/@Moviga Podcast. Go subscribe and like the stream if you don't mind. And go hop on Discord and non-spoilery tell us your thoughts about Spider-Man. We'd love to hear.
Please do.
Please do. Boys, appreciate you.
Absolutely.
The moral of the story is go watch Universal Basic, guys. That's the lesson from tonight, dude.
I would definitely remember you talking about that.
Ah, baby. All right. We love you all. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Sheepo Show. Yeah.
We are out of spoiler territory.
Yeah, we are. I probably should have said that. Oops.
Chat, slow down.
Guys,
we are
please-
not
we-
talking spoilers.
I
anymore.
cannot read that fast, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, it's kind of rude.
Kind of rude.
It's a little rude, actually, honestly.
Actually, honestly,
We have fun, dude.
oh
Me and Austin have fun.
Oh, don't we?
Ooh, Justin puts up with us.
Yeah.
Dad.
He does what he can. He does what he has to do.
Yeah.
Phew. It is very hot in this room. I've got this thing on my arm. I have the fan blowing at full blast back there. And my door shut.
Even your theater experience, like, was it kind of like what you expected, or like was anything?
Good question. I should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
Pretty tame.
Yeah.
When thinking about how, I mean, the theater was completely packed, and obviously, like No Way Home, chock full of fan service.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
This one, I didn't really hear. I think we're out of spoiler territory. Twists.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
sure.
twists. There were some but I think that's the only like sounds I heard from the theater around me. Whereas from No Way Home, it was like, oh my gosh,
Roaring.
it was electric,
crowds.
roaring.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say the same thing. I think
Yeah.
we went to Azalea and we didn't have any talkers. The funny moments didn't have a ton of laughs. There was like a few moments here and there, like where people got a little noisy, but only kind of what you would expect from a reasonable crowd, and it wasn't anything crazy. I was
Everybody
expecting
was
a little
locked
bit more noise, but
Yeah.
I think the biggest laugh the theater got was the Punisher moment at the end of the film.
Shout out, dude. We sat down. We were on like the side aisle, but we were like in the aisle, so there were two seats beside us. Ooh. We sat down first, had to get up and let them in. Then the guy got out twice. So I kept on, and I'm like in the sling, and I'm like, and then another couple comes up, and they're like staring at their seat, and the girl goes, "Oh, I think we're supposed to be on the other side of the theater." They get up. I have to like let this couple in. And then a few minutes go by, and they just stand up and get out, and I had to let them out, and I'm like, what's happening? And then we sit down, and 2 seconds later, the original couple comes back, and they're like, sorry. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are y'all doing?
What
Y'all
the
pranking
heck?
me right now, dude? Yeah, it was rough.
You just got
Anyway,
punked. There's cameras here.
Straight
Camera
up,
here.
Yeah, you
camera
did.
spider punked. You know what I'm saying, dude? Shut up.
Got it. Nice one.
Cyberpunked?
Oh, dude, you gotta play that DLC, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. And the end credits,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
we didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
very like James
Grand
Bond
Theft Auto.
animation, and the song is so good, dude.
Are you talking
You
about what are you talking about? Spider-Man or Spider-Man?
We didn't talk about post credits. Sorry, I was talking about
No, we didn't.
Cyberpunk credits for the DLC. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Oh well.
Well,
Not insanely eventful, but I assume
yeah, I
Secret
assume.
Wars or at first I thought it had to do with. Okay, we're non-spoil territory. Never mind, guys.
Yeah. Maybe next
Never
week.
mind, guys. Maybe next week. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. I already said all that. We love you. Have a great week. And that's
Bye-bye.
it. Bye bye.